Greetings everyone and welcome back to episode 46 of Nariyama's Let's Play Minecraft version 1.12 featuring Diral 20's mod pack. This episode is probably going to be a little shorter than some of the other ones. Basically what I want to do is I want to upgrade the Astral Sorcery altar and make some of the higher tier Astral Sorcery items. For one thing, as much as my corned beef breakfast is nice and I go through them fairly often, with the amount of life that I have right now, I basically want to not ever have to eat again. So let's do that. So let's grab the Astral Sorcery Tome. Where are you? There you are. There's some really neat things we can make once we've got this. But there's the iridescent. So I need 4 resonating gems and an attuned celestial crystal. Alright. Actually, any celestial crystal. Glass lens, sooty marble, ruined marble. Okay. So let's go ahead and start grabbing this stuff. So I have 3 resonating gems. Wow. The really cool thing about this particular altar is that I don't have to break the base of the altar like the other ones that I had to do. Mostly because all that changes for this next altar is there's some structure above it. Whoops, I need my resonating wand, don't I? Hello. I can also get out my reservoir that has astral liquid starlight in it. And that way, if we used up any liquid starlight... Now, one of the items that I want to make is actually going to make this unnecessary. What will happen is I'll fill it up with liquid starlight, and it will use a very small amount every craft, but it would be significantly less than the amount that we use normally. So, that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and check this out. We need some rune marble, we need some sooty marble. Oops. Sooty marble. There we go. And celestial crystal. What do we got here? I think I can just use that one if I wanted to. Alright. And I needed a glass thing too. Keep having to come back. Okay. Now, let's put this all together. Celestial, glass, resonating gems, sooty marble, and ruined marble. There we go. I think that's it. Right? Yeah, those 3 are empty. Doesn't have to be attuned. Can be attuned. Glass lens, sooty, ruined, resonating gems. Okay. So this has to be done at night, but what we can do is show the next piece of the structure. So basically, all we need for this is some more brick. And that's pretty easy. So the brick goes around like this. And then... Nope, not that. That one. Should be 3. On the inside. And if you did it right, then you'll get a gap of 1 in the center. So I think we did it right. Now remember, once again, the multi-block is a minimum thing, so we didn't need to break those extra brick blocks if we didn't want to. Certainly could have done that if we had wanted to. Or I should say we could have left it there. Alright. we do not have any additional starlight power coming in here, do we? Oh. A little bit of altitude and a little bit of light from a crystal go a long way, evidently. I think we just have to wait for it to say night, and it will work. No? Anyone? Bueller? Oh, there we go. Still wasn't quite night enough, evidently. Such great particle effects. So, what's interesting is when this is done, there'll be another crystal above this one, I think. But it doesn't really do anything. It's just cosmetic. But what we will need are some relays. So, let's head out of here, go back to exploration. Whoops. Go back to exploration. Spectral relays. So we need a bunch of these. Gold ingots. Astral. And we're probably going to want to make another one of those, so let's grab some glass while we're at it. Oh. I don't know if I can use this, but we'll try. Sure enough. Why is that painted white? That's really weird. I think we can still use it though. So let's check out. Yeah, we got a few aquamarines going on here. Here we go. Yes, no, maybe not. Okay, glass. Let's craft 64, go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So this is the same problem I keep running into. Those two storage things are not working. So we don't have access to our sand, we don't have access. Weird. Oh, I know what that's from. It took some of my sand to process some ores. How dare it. Okay, start. There we go. Now we got some regular glass. We will make some regular glass panes. Whoops. Yeah, that's still in. Good. And some of those. There we go. Now what we need is we just need some wood, I think. Wood and marble of any sort. So we'll grab some spruce wood. There we go. We got some marble. We can stick those in there, those in there, those in there, and those in there. There we go. And spectral relays. Okay. So the reason we need the relays is because we have to put the relays around the thing here. It doesn't have to be a regular pattern. It just has to be there. So let's see what we can do with this new altar. So if we go into our book, each of the constellations has a bunch of information about it. And the one I'm looking for, is Avitas. Where did Avitas go? There it is. Okay. So what I want to make is the mantle of the stars that's attuned to Avitas. So I need a regular mantle of the stars first, which this is a fairly complex recipe. Can I make the chalice before that. I might be able to. I don't know. Nope. I gotta go do some resonating gems regardless. But it takes 5 gems. Whoops. 5 gems, 5 gold, 2 star metal ingot. Do I have star metal? This is just gonna be a pain. Okay. So basically we need to get... first of all, I need to fix the stupid thingamabobber. But... and I will do that right now. How much star metal do I have in here? 2. That is precisely enough, I think. The other thing that I can use is the dust, if I have any more dust, which I'm not sure I do. Stand by. The dust can be smelted up into... what you call it? Let's go ahead and do this one too, since we're here. The reason I have to fly there is because the monk mod, if I break that while I'm standing, I break it too fast and it glitches, which is never any good, so... Alright, let's see what we have at Astral. So all we have is the 2 star metal ingots. Alright. So what we need is our little trusty... it's already in my inventory probably because I've been popping in and out of that thing. Alright. Let's go in here. And basically what I need to do is take the iron out of whichever filter it's in. So there we go. Iron ore out of there. Now this should fill up with iron ore. See, the iron ore isn't going anywhere now. If I actually left this way, that would probably be a bad idea because I don't want this to fill up completely with iron ore. It's doing a pretty good job though. Let's grab the Monstolite crystals and tell them to, or Ionite crystals, and tell them to get out of there. All right. What else? So we got 2 iron. We need to not focus the thing anymore, or focus it to white, I think is the one that iron does. Let's see. Yeah, white? Yeah. Alright, so let's grab that white laser lens that's in there. This is becoming a little more involved than I originally thought it would be. Let's go ahead and go over to Roma's. Set. And retarget the lens here. Alright. And give me that white laser lens, thank you. I think we've probably got enough Lonstolite at this point. Let's check. Lons. Oh yeah, 164, that's more than we will ever need. Notice this does make witherproof blocks, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to head back. We need to go to the nether base, because we need to go into the, and grab some iron as it makes it. We should get plenty of iron in just a few seconds here. Remember, this is generating an ore every less than a second between the ores that generate. So we've already got a quarter of a stack of iron. That should be enough for the moment. And if we need more, we can always come back and empty out the box there. All right, so let's head back to Astral Sorcery. So what we need the iron for is to transmute it into star metal. So let's grab our linking tool. All kinds of good stuff this time. Let's link these 4. And again, the reason we're doing this is we need the star metal for this guy and the mantle of the stars. So need 1 ingot there and 5 dust. So 6, we need 8 ingots altogether, which this will make 8 ingots once it transmutes. So, woohoo. Assuming that this works. We might need to grab a, oops, a lens. Or a few. Thing here, we can, let's see. Oh, never mind, it worked. Here I was getting all set up to send more light down there, and I didn't need it. The other thing we could do is just, if we have a spare collector crystal, we can always just hook it up. Alright. I love Monk. Okay, let's go process this. Grab some sand. Go over here. Sand and star metal. There we go. And then we needed, what did we say, 5 dust? So we'll grab that. We'll stick 5 in here. Let's make sure we don't need any other dust while we're at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. That does not require dust, and you don't require dust. Okay. So grab that sucker and head back. So part of the reason that I didn't have this all set up beforehand is, well, I didn't know what I needed. The chapter doesn't become active until you upgrade the altar. So let's grab some stuff. Two resonating gems for this. So I do want to make this one first. And the reason for that is this one will make getting the resonating gems for the other ones much easier. Alright, so what did we... what did we say here? Chalice. There you are. I need gold. Sorry. And of course, I'll just grab a stack. Chalice plus. Oh, I need more energy. Do I have another collecting crystal? I do not. That's unfortunate. Oh, you know what? Part of the problem is your light's getting diffused. Still not enough, though. Well, we could wait for daytime, or let's throw some of this stuff in here. We don't need that, don't need that. Throw these in here. Lenses are always nice to have around. Let's throw the stained glass away, the iron ore, of course. Oh, it's not going to push that into anything. That's good. Okay. What else? We can get rid of that, that. I'm hoping I don't need my personal shrinking device again. Probably good without the mana tablet. Although I don't know if that then doesn't recognize that it's there. Let's throw our bauble up here. Great. Okay. So the whole reason for that was so that I could go and see what I need for. There we go. Doesn't matter who we attune to, but we do have to have it, so it has to be night regardless. All right. Well, what else can we kind of take a look at while we're here? Oops, wrong one. So the whole idea here, if we go back to the constellations, the Avitas mantle effect basically gives you permanent satiation. So you will always be able to heal to full because you'll always be fully satiated, right? The other thing it does is it changes plants. So, for example, if I had a sapling down here and I walked past it wearing the Avitas mantle, it might turn into a different type of sapling. Now, this could be helpful in the right circumstances, but generally I find it detrimental. It means any kind of farm or really anything that's growing is subject to change without notice. And that can be a little bit annoying. But, you know, the hunger, the permanent hunger or permanent satiation effect is so powerful that, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like the plant thing is irrelevant by comparison. Oh, I had it in my bag here. That's right. So we are going to go ahead and link this other crystal for the moment. Mostly because I'm impatient. So 1, 2, 3. Let's grab the linking tool. Think you can see it? Yes? No, you can't. Son of a gun. Because of that. That's really annoying. But luckily, we can just stick this here. Go over here. There we go. Thank you to you. Lens. Back down inside. It's almost night already, so yeah. Alright. And link you here. And now you should get that light because there's no obstruction. Really, there's no obstruction. There we go. Okay. So you should definitely have way more than enough light now. Alright, so now the way this works is we're going to start the process. And what it's going to do is it's going to highlight one of these things. There will be a ghost that appears, right? So right there, there we go. Then I'll do it again, and we'll see another one. There we go. Guess is over here. Nope. And it just, I think it just selects one at random. As long as there's an empty spectral relay that it can use, it selects one at random, does its thing, and poof. Okay, so let's go set this up. Now, this chalice can be used for a lot of different things. It does not have to be used for this particular purpose. This is just a good one. So basically what happened here is, so I set it to empty, right? Yeah, okay. So now this thing has a full tank, or it should. I guess not. Let's get it up to like, sure, 20 buckets. Alright, so normally there's a chance that this will consume a bucket when I go ahead and hit this with the wand, right? Now instead of there being a chance that it'll consume a bucket, first of all, it goes a lot faster. Secondly, it does consume some starlight, but it doesn't consume a bucket at a time. So if you look at this, I guess it's not consuming it. I don't know why. Maybe it's still just a chance, but you know, we need a bunch of these, so might as well throw them out there. Notice how we're not consuming any of the starlight around. And it's so much faster. Alright, after 8 of these, we haven't consumed any buckets, and we've consumed 1 bucket and 200 millibuckets out of here. Now that's a whole lot better exchange rate than what we were getting before, where those 8 would have probably cost at least 2, if not more. Alright, so we've got those. What else did we need for the mantle? Mantle of the Stars. So we need some illumination powder, a leather tunic. That's kind of interesting. Any kind of crystal. Okay, so we need a feather. We need an ender pearl, which we have plenty of. What else do we need? We needed, see, now I'm going to forget. Star metal ore, stardust, or not ore, star metal ingot, stardust. What else? So just that 5 stardust for the resonating gems and the illumination powder. Okay. So illumination powder is just glowstone around a aquamarine. That's easy enough. Now, this is going to get a little more tricky. Really. Okay. So, making the basic one isn't going to be hard. We'll hang on to that for a second. First of all, what constellations are in the sky? There are no constellations in the sky unless... Nope. Son of a gun. Alright, well, let's make our mantle first of all. Where's that leather? Whoops. There's our leather tunic, okay. So leather tunic. We needed 4. Whoops. Illumination powder. We needed a celestial crystal. And stardust. I can't remember where it was. See? Off to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 off to the side, and then the 4 resonating gems. Like that. There we go. Alright. We will hit that again. And now we need our stuff that it's going to ask for. So it's going to ask for all of these. So what do you need? You want a feather. Okay. Ender pearl. Star metal dust. And star metal. Alright, so that's the easy part. Then we're going to need, I think, in order to do this, right, requires a focus to Constellation Avitas, which means we need an attuned crystal to Avitas. Don't know if we have that already. Nope, none of those are attuned. Okay, that's okay. It's raining, so we're going to sleep. We're going to have to wait for daytime. But while we're waiting for daytime, we can get the other materials that we need. So, constellations, Avitas. Here we go. So we need any sort of saplings, seeds, sugarcane, saplings, and 5 more dust. 5 more dust. Well, okay. Where'd that iron ore go? You're still full. That's awesome. Alright, well, the other stuff we can get, like I said. So 4 saplings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around that thing. And then, what was the other stuff that we needed there? Just the 4 star metal dust. Okay. So then we need a sapling. Oh, we need a sugar cane, which hopefully my sugar cane farm over here is still going strong, even though I don't need it anymore. Yay, phytogenic insulator. I need some seeds. I think probably the best place to get seeds is over at the Botania spot, but let's see what we got. Yeah, we got some seeds. Then we needed another sapling, right? And star metal dust. Okay. So sapling. Grab another one of those spruces. That one might not be optional. Let's see. Yeah, it's saying any sapling there. Okay, cool. Let's grab that stuff and head back to the Nether. All right, we're almost done here. Let's grab the pulverizer. We're just going to pulverize this up because we don't need the ingots. Yay. So let's head back. Oops, I always go the wrong way there. And throw those star metal in there. Okay. So we've got the right stuff now. All we need is a crystal attuned to Avitas. this is going to take a little bit of luck. So what I'm going to do, let's see what we got here. All those are 100%. Where's my crystal that I had? Oh, I used it. That's okay. I can grab that one. There we go. Let's start fattening you up, shall we? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and once once it's nighttime and there's an Avitas constellation in the sky, I'll go ahead and come back. Alright, we're back, and sure enough, Avitas is rising in the sky there, so as soon as it becomes full night, we should be able to attune a crystal and grab the... Whatchamacallit we need? What are you at? 493, that's okay. Actually, it doesn't have to be the size and purity of the crystal doesn't matter here. So let's get the sun down, and hopefully we'll be able to attune this. So what was nice was this was already set up for us, because the last crystal that we attuned was for Avitas for the tree farm. So let us grab it. Still sunset. You know, I wonder if it won't come up until like the 45, which is where the table became active for the new altar. Yeah. Let's see. So it says it's full night now, but give it a few more seconds. And there it is. Awesome. So why do we need this? Well, if you were looking at the crafting grid for the upgraded altar, there's a slot in the upper left-hand corner, and that requires an attuned crystal. And that's really the only reason. As soon as that attunes, we'll go and throw it down on the crafting grid, and it should say Mantle of the Stars for Avitas. There we go. Awesome. So let's go ahead and start that craft. So what do you need? You want the tree. There we go. Notice how it has the Avitas symbol on the floor there. I think that's really neat. The guy who did this mod just has such a great command of particle effects and the aesthetics of the multi-blocks. Really does. He did a fantastic job on this mod. All right. There we go. That should be it. And we should get a Mantle of the Stars. Now this is probably going to kill our... it's probably going to kill our armor from Monk, but that's okay. Remember, there's a very specific reason we want this. Watch what happens to our food. It's going to take a couple seconds, but it'll get there. In the meantime, we can do some pretty cool things. Let's grab a sapling. Spruce, of course. And go plant it. Oh, we're not getting any of the monk bonuses. Yikes. There we go. So I'm going to do this, because this should make this much faster. But you should see that you get up to a certain life, and then it starts. Well, it should start working for you again. All right. Anywho, the mantle of the stars to Avitas. Yeah, basically what it does is it just keeps you permanently satiated. I am curious why that's not working. There we go. Just had to unequip and equip it. All right. So it looks like none of our monkiness kind of things work, but that's okay, because one of the things we can do is put on the Sojourner's sash, or the Globetrotter sash now, yeah. And that will once again give us uphill step assist, speed boost. Our jump is nice and high. Yeah, we're good. All right. All right, folks. I think that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. So we have some cool stuff for Astral. I think next episode might also be Astral. This season is looking like it's the season of Astral and Thermal. So we can definitely take a look at some of the other really advanced items here. Some of these are really neat. This ever-shifting fountain is kind of cool. It pulls liquids up from. It's basically like a liquid generator, similar to how the Void Ore Miner is an ore generator. Then we have the Irradiant Star. Yeah, so this lets you change your perks around, which we haven't really looked at perks. How many perk points do I have available? Just one. Wow. Be still, my beating heart. What was I going for? I think I was going for greed. Maybe not. Maybe I was going for... Ooh, that's kind of fun. What else do I have over here? Haste would be kind of cool. I'm not sure. Melding. Well, anyway, I'll take a look at the perk tree and see if there's something that I want to particularly want to get. But regardless, we've got the ever-shifting fountain. We can do an observatory, which lets us find a few more constellations. This, as I recall, is really hard to use. I remember having a lot of trouble with it. But it lets you basically add additional modifiers to your crystals, which improves different properties of them. So like the rituals can be stronger. They can have they can be stronger in terms of area of effect. They can be stronger in terms of actual effect. So like they can do more damage as opposed to more area, something like that. There's just all kinds of cool stuff that you can do with them. But you have to find the dim constellations first. There's like 4 of them. Anyway, so yeah, I think we'll at least do the ever-shifting fountain, because I think that's really neat. What's that Fusilitic Prime? Oh, whatever that is. I have no idea what that means. But I think this... okay, yeah. So this basically drills down to bedrock, and then you start getting fluids. Alright, cool. Anywho, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in episode 47. Bye.